Oh, so we're racing right now.
I mean, if you want to call it a race.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, we can race.
So Rich Teeth has teamed up with Mobil 1, the official motor oil of the NBA and NBA All-Star Anthony Davis, to take the 20K road trip into the virtual driving world of the Crew 2 as part of the 10K mile pit stop in Los Angeles. So to commemorate, we're going to drive kind of around the country.
Let's do
Let's
it.
start in Seattle here, and we'll make our way down there. Let's go to Vegas, though.
This is the closest thing we'll get to you actually seeing the country, right? Because you don't leave your apartment.
Oh, I'll fly. You can fly in this game, too, but we're going to take a road trip.
That's true. All right, you want to get going?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. The game says wrong way.
You're going the wrong way.
Here I am. But so we're not racing to Vegas.
Oh, we're not racing?
Or are we? I'm asking you. Is it a-
That was not asking. You were stating a fact.
Are we racing each other?
I would think so. What's the point of doing it if we're not racing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're in formation, though, it's saying. We're getting, like, formation points.
Oh, yeah. I always assumed those barrels full of water on the road were fun to hit. A little bit of wish fulfillment from this game. Turns out they are.
Do you think that all of them are always filled with water? Do you think there's some where they're like, listen, we don't want to carry this big thing of water, and they just, like, leave it empty? And like, people will know. They get the idea. They've
Yeah.
seen this before.
Or they're filled with sand, maybe. Gus, what are you taking a break?
I hit an apartment building. It's these rain-slick streets of Seattle.
You were telling me earlier today that you were looking at buying an apartment building.
That's private Gus talk.
Oh, okay. Not that I would love to see you as a slumlord.
Have there been TV shows like that, right?
Where you're a slumlord?
No, for someone like the protagonist is like an apartment complex.
Yeah, I
owner.
think so.
In the PJs, the guy was the super.
That's what I was thinking of, the PJs, yeah.
But he was a super. Did he own the building? Yeah, I guess he did own the building. It's been so long, I don't remember.
I forget that I'm playing with the world's biggest PJs fan.
I'm just a Fox animation or claymation aficionado.
What's your favorite claymation of all time?
The California Raisins, dude. Come on. There's like no competition for that.
You were so quick with an answer.
What's yours? Do you not have one?
I don't like claymation.
What's wrong with you?
It's just boring. It's not as cool or fun as you would want it to be.
Have you seen the California Raisins?
Yeah. California Raisins excluded, obviously.
They sing Have You Heard It Through the Grapevine?
I know.
And they promote awareness of grapes.
Following you.
Or raisins.
Can't have raisins without grapes, Gus.
It's true. Oh, you were following me? I feel sorry for you. I missed a turn. I was too busy talking. My love of the California raisins had taken over.
It's like how the cucumber's the unsung hero of the pickle.
True. I don't like cucumbers, but I love pickles.
But you do love pickles. That's an interesting thing to me. Because you are, like, vehemently opposed to
If cucumber touches my food, I hate it.
And it's so funny, too, because I like cucumbers, and I was discussing this with Millie. Millie and I my daughter, were talking about you specifically. And
I'm honored.
Your distaste for cucumbers. Yeah, you come up a lot as a case study of, like, like cautionary tales, me trying to parent, don't be like a Gus kind of situation.
I can see that. I understand that.
But Millie and I both love cucumbers because they're so light and fresh and, like, it's almost like eating air. They taste like almost nothing.
That's not true at all.
But you hate them because all you can taste is if you see a cucumber, you can taste it.
Yeah. It's if it looks at my food, I know.
How'd I get?
I pulled a little trick on you.
I appear to be way off out of.
I went off the road so you wouldn't see me, and I went the wrong way, then went off the road so you wouldn't see me, let you pass, and then I went backwards.
Well, apparently I went the wrong way too. So I don't know if that assists or defeats you in your plan.
My goal is just to not look bad. I just want you to look bad.
I missed a hard left.
You should have taken that left at Albuquerque. See, it's the classics, dude. You gotta.
Have you ever been to Albuquerque?
I have. Have you?
I assume so, but not that I can remember. I've been to Santa Fe a bunch lately, which is close to Albuquerque.
You're like right behind me. What the hell?
Well, I'm driving in the direction that they told me to go.
Oh, I keep. And
I'm going fast.
I keep forgetting to boost. That's my problem. I'm just like driving.
Well.
But now I remembered, so now you're never.
Maybe you just don't need to rely on a boost. Maybe you're.
My natural skills.
Good enough without it, yeah.
My deception, getting off the road. What's the longest road trip you ever taken?
The longest road trip I ever took was when my family moved from. We lived in Oregon. We lived in Portland. We moved back to Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, so man. What is that, like 7 days or something?
It took 9 days. I mean, we went to the Grand Canyon and the Painted Desert and stuff as well. The Enchanted Forest. That's a theme park in Oregon.
That's literally cross country.
Yeah, but so that was like it was like the big vacation of my childhood that we talked about for years and years and years. We're fortunate in that as adults, our jobs allow us to travel a lot.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, it was like that you have like one really big vacation in your entire childhood.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you just you look at the souvenirs. Like the next year when you want to go on a family vacation, your mom's just like, look at that rock you bought, and remember how much fun you had last year, and let that sustain you until you're an adult. How about you? What's the longest road trip you've ever taken?
I think the longest road trip I ever took was from probably Texas to Orlando, like for that town I grew up on the border.
Okay.
So like from there to Orlando. So that's like half cross country.
Was that like a school trip to Disney World?
No,
or
it was like a
something?
similar thing. It was like a family vacation.
Oh, okay. So it was you and your mom and your dad and your sister?
Yes, the family.
You must have hated that.
It was a long trip.
Were you in the back seat with your sister?
Yeah, we had a minivan. So I was like in the middle seat, and then she was in the back seat.
How old were you?
Oh, how old was I? I was probably 14 or 15.
So she would have been like
10 or 11.
10, yeah.
Yeah. So we were really getting along great.
That's awesome. Did you guys play a lot of fun family road trip games like the Alphabet Game and like I Spy?
No, we played a lot of the Quiet Game. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. I always talk about taking a road trip. I was talking with my wife recently. We talked about maybe going from like LA, like all up the PCH, all up like the West Coast.
Mm-hmm. I've done that before.
And like see if we get all the way up to like Seattle or someplace.
I've done like San Diego to Portland.
Mm-hmm. How long does that take? That's like 3 or 4 days, or 3 days.
It took us. We did it in 2 days, but it was a pretty quick trip. There wasn't a lot of fun to be had. I think we only stopped once in like Sisters, Oregon.
I've never seen like the redwoods in Northern California. I'd love to like.
We
drive and go
blew
through
right
that.
through them. I never have either, and that big one just fell, right?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what like re-sparked my interest in doing it. It was like that's the thing you always assume is going to be there, and it fell over.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah. Oh no.
As much as we go to Australia, I feel like I really should check that thing out.
I'm totally off the road.
I gotta be honest with you. I can't see you going on a road trip. I feel like for you it would be like a tour of all the grasses I'm allergic to.
Well, that is true. But I like driving. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know I like driving.
You do.
I rented a car here. I drove you here.
You did. You did a great job too, by the way.
Thank you. I noticed you didn't leave me a tip. I feel like this is the appropriate time to bring that
Well,
up.
I assume you're driving me back, and the trip's like.
No. You're not getting a ride back now.
Well, that's. I have gotten lost in interstate.
Classic road trip.
This might be where you pull ahead for good.
Oh, yeah, I'm almost to the thing. By the thing, I mean the goal, the waypoint.
The road no longer tells me where to go. It just tells me roundabout the direction to head.
Well, I see the waypoint. You can see that in the sky.
Yeah, I see it. I see some houses, too.
Well, you're the one complaining. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm not complaining. I'm just making conversation.
Oh, okay. I win. Oh, you were really close.
Yeah.
I
started
just
to
passed
catch
that
up.
like 30 seconds ago.
I started to catch up.
You're right there. You can do it.
Kind of had to let you win.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you also have to kind of let me win in the practice earlier?
I'm in the water.
You can't take a car into the water. Watch out, at least in Calvin.
I forgot to transform.
All right, so.
All right, so welcome to Vegas.
Yeah.
This is one of your favorite places. Do you still?
I like Vegas. I wouldn't know if I'd call it a favorite place, but it's fun.
You went through a phase, I'm gonna say like 3 years ago, where you were going to Vegas probably 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that?
That was a lot of work, though.
Yeah. Are you still? Do you find yourself still doing that?
No, it's not nearly as frequent.
No. When was the last time you went to Las Vegas?
That's a good question. Might have been like a year ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like last not this, maybe a year and a half ago. Not this past February, but the one
I don't
before.
even like Las Vegas, and I go more than you. You should really get back there. You love that place.
So I set a waypoint by on LAX. I don't know where you want to set it.
LAX is fine, so like right here.
Go up. LA Airport. That's what it calls it.
What is it called?
LA Airport. See where it says LA Airport? LA Airport. North, left.
North, left.
You're doing it on purpose now.
You want to do it right there?
Yeah, it's right there.
All right, let's set a waypoint. I have set the waypoint.
Oh, see, like I'm back to my beauty shots. That's
Yeah.
my car.
What's your idle animation?
It's a beauty shot.
Okay. Well, you're doing a great job.
So the 20K road trip is a real-world test of Mobil 1 annual protection motor oil to demonstrate it can actually last 20,000 miles between oil changes. ExxonMobil is driving 20,000 miles cross-country in a 2013 Chevrolet Equinox LS and a 2014 Ford Fusion Titanium to prove the product's claim. Much like we're doing, except we're doing it virtually.
Right. Exactly.
And we got Corvettes.
All right, let's go to Los Angeles.
LA Airport. not
When-
LAX.
When was the last time you found yourself in Los Angeles? Trick question, you're here today.
What?
When was the last time before this trip you were in Los
It
Angeles?
was last month. I was here for E3. Oh, no, I mean, I was here for the Jeff Ramsey pop-up store.
You don't travel nearly as much as you used to. Why is that? Because
No,
you
no,
don't,
I definitely have cut back.
was that a personal decision?
Yeah, I just don't want to travel as much. It gets crazy. You travel way too much.
It's daunting at times, but it's it keeps life from getting boring.
What do you do to keep from getting tired? I've never. Wait, have I? I have driven LA to Vegas before.
Have
One
you?
time I drove from.
Oh, I messed up.
I drove from
Bad.
San Francisco to Austin.
You oh right, with our hard drives.
Yeah, and I drove from.
Or with our servers.
Yeah, from San Francisco. I mean, I say LA, but it really was like just outside of LA. Then over to Vegas, and from Vegas to Albuquerque, actually, and then from Albuquerque to Austin.
And you love New Mexico.
I like northern Arizona and New Mexico. You ever been to Flagstaff?
Flagstaff it's funny you say that. It's not really funny, but Flagstaff's one of my favorite places.
Flagstaff's beautiful. It's
really
not
is.
what I thought when I think of like Arizona.
It's the only place I've ever liked pine trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I back in the day when I used to tour roadie for bands, we'd go to Flagstaff, and it was like a great place to stop and hang out for a couple days. And then I took a family road trip there, 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. Just as much fun as I remember it being. You know what else is fun? Changing oil in your car to Mobil 1.
This is a really windy road.
You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
I think we should pitch to Rooster Teeth a Jeff and Gus. I'll even go Gus and Jeff.
Road
Gus
trip
and Jeff
extravaganza?
road trip show.
I pitched a road trip thing once,
Did you really?
except it was a road trip across Japan.
How long does it take to drive across Japan?
I don't know. I wanted to find out.
My kid was just in Hokkaido
Oh yeah.
3 weeks ago. I'm jealous. I've never been there. I've only ever been to Tokyo. I hear Kyoto is the place to be.
Is it Kyoto? Get it? Like Kyoto?
I don't want to do a road trip with you.
Kyoto.
No.
It's like it's called a joke, dude.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Well,
I mean, imagine you could be trapped in a car. Not trapped. You could be in a car, luckily, with me for hours with just content like that.
I'll be happy just to get back to my hotel from here. I could swing that.
Whenever I play driving or racing games like this, I always think of Rain Man.
You always think of what?
Rain Man. But I'm an excellent driver.
Okay.
Drive down the driveway.
I don't think I've seen that movie since it came out in the theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Hot Water Burn Baby. All the classics.
I remember. I know of that movie much more as a quoted thing than the actual movie.
That's weird to me.
I mean, I've seen it, but I didn't. How many times have you watched Rain Man?
It's probably not even that much. Maybe 4 or 5 times.
That's a significant amount.
It's like one of those movies that comes on, and you're like, if there's nothing else on TV, you're like, oh, yeah, Rain Man. I'll watch it.
It's one of the. I put it in the category of Tom Cruise movies where he doesn't fire a gun.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie that's not Top Gun or Mission Impossible?
It might be Rain Man.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Legend.
That's a good one. I thought you were going to say like Jerry Maguire.
No, I didn't really like Jerry Maguire that much.
I think Jerry Maguire was
I don't
okay.
have that many feelings. And that movie didn't really. It was fine.
Yeah. I remember it's weird to be here, traveling. It's like a place that I used to always see as a kid, like on TV and in movies, and it's like, oh yeah, that's like I recognize all this stuff.
Is there a place that like you always wanted to go as a kid that seemed like a cool place, like London or New York or whatever, that as an adult when you go it still feels that way?
Australia.
So like every time you walk to Australia, it's still.
Every time I walk to Australia.
Every time you go to Australia, it's still like
Yeah, it's like it's like when I was a kid. It's right. It's like the furthest place I could imagine. It's like there's no way I'm ever going to go there, and then you get to go when you're an adult.
What's your favorite place to eat in LA? Have you eaten there this trip?
Oh, yes. There's a place I like to get breakfast. You know the place. It's over there on the beach in Santa Monica.
Yeah, I've eaten there with you before.
Yeah, I've taken you there.
That place is
going
good.
there. It's good, and it's got a nice view. I like to see the ocean.
Did your in-laws enjoy it?
They did.
LA's one of those cities where I kind of just go along with the crowd wherever people are going. I don't have like local favorites.
So you're spineless, can't make a decision.
Yes. I think I went the wrong way, I guess.
I followed you. Damn it. Are you turning around?
No, I'm in the air.
Are you still in the air?
Yeah. Oh, look at you understanding old Achievement Hunter jokes.
Watch all the episodes.
Can I ask you a question? Which is a question you love to be asked, I know. When you're at work in your office, which, by the way, I find you rarely are there.
They're all the time.
I come in to talk to you all the time, and I'm like, where's Gus? And your employees who are nameless, they're always like, oh.
Just slack me.
I just want to know where you are all the time.
Just slack me, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm normally in meetings, but I'll just, I'll say I'm in
I
the
think
conference. I'm in the conference room, and you'll come look, and you'll wave, and I'll be like, yeah, look, here I am.
Do you hear, is my office loud? Like, do you hear us yelling and stuff?
Never.
That's cool.
I think all those rooms are pretty
well insulated.
Yeah.
I was wondering about
God.
that.
I did another boo-boo.
Yeah, right as you said that, I was T-boning a green van.
Uh-oh. Oh, that green van? Was it the green van on its side?
Yeah, well, it was now.
I think that might be the same green van I hit.
What are the odds? All right, now, where do we go here? I can't.
I think this is close to where we are. No, it's not.
Yeah, I was trying to drive to the shoot. Wow, I like magnetized the walls.
Oh, in the tunnel. This is the tunnel where it takes 45 minutes to get through.
You're in a tunnel?
Yeah, I'm right by LAX. You know that tunnel?
Yeah. I'm going a different route.
Here, I can't get into the airport because there's a wall.
I think I just passed Grove Street.
Just for the record, I won already. I'm
Yeah, I know.
throwing that out there. I don't want you coming in later and be like, I
It's
got
not about
you.
the destination, it's about the journey.
Ah. The 20,000-mile journey you could be taking?
That's exactly right.
Oh, here, I'm at that little restaurant. Have you ever eaten at this place? This is a restaurant, right? What is this? This place?
Is it a restaurant?
What is that?
I feel like I'm in so many video games right now.
Hey, look. Well, that's not nice.
We made it to Los Angeles. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Let's eat a chicken and waffle or a.
Let's go to In-N-Out.
An In-N-Out burger, yeah. All right, Anthony, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
You and I are going to drive from Los Angeles Airport, they call it here. They don't call it LAX. All the way to St. Louis, heartland of America.
Man, that's a long drive.
So you're a fairly tall fella,
Yeah.
about 7 foot.
6'10".
6'10"?
They say 6'11", 7 feet.
I'm pretty sure they say 6'11".
Yeah.
Say I'm a Boston fan. They always say
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah Thomas was 5'10". But we, you know, we.
Right. Yeah, I'm taller. I'll just say I'm taller than Isaiah.
There you go. Do you play a lot of video games?
I do. I love video games. I played the first Crew before. It was pretty dope.
So when you guys are in season, you're living and breathing basketball.
That's it.
Do you have a spare moment to play a video game?
Yeah, when we usually when practice is over or we're in between games, we kind of have time to go out and play video games at home or go to one of your teammates' house and play a game. Well, sometimes we bring it on the road too, and the road is really when it happens because it's really just us. It's just a team, so we don't really have much to do. We might go to dinner or go see a movie or something like that, and then come back and you had the portable Xboxes.
Yeah.
And so we go out there and play sometimes. And
do you find that you and your teammates are just as competitive on the PlayStation as you are on the court?
100%.
The guy who you replaced, Gus, who was sitting here playing with me before you showed up, he's our brow at our company, Rooster Teeth. But
Yeah.
he's like you, except he has no talent in anything in any way whatsoever.
Not even in this?
Well, he beat me, so I guess I gotta give him that.
So y'all raced to
Yeah,
first one to St. Louis?
We raced from Seattle to Los Angeles, and he beat me.
Oh, okay.
So.
This is pretty dope because, a lot of people ask me, was I really taking this trip to? Was I really the one who was driving 20,000 miles? And I can't really can't really do that. So I told him I'll just play the Crew 2.
Just as good in a video game.
Exactly, and take that trip.
You guys must not get much of a summer off. As a diehard NBA fan, I know like it immediately, from a fan side, we go straight into Summer League and into the draft, and there's only really about a month of downtime after Summer League before things start to kick off. But I imagine for you guys, it's like you got to cram in as much vacation as you can in a really short window before it's
constantly just working out. Like maybe a month after the season's over, you get right back into it and start preparing for next season. Find out what you need to get better at.
I feel like every day I'm reading a story about an NBAer is obsessed with a different video game. It seems like you guys, I guess it makes sense. Like when I grew up, I'm maybe 6 months older than you, or 15 years, whatever, 20 years. But when I grew up, it was not a common thing to play video games. But I feel like it's such a thing now. Like I feel like all NBA players, like Andre Drummond specifically, I read an article about he was addicted to a game and he had to like quit cold turkey.
Right.
I get the feeling you guys are all pretty competitive in general, and this is just another way for people to compete.
Yeah, for sure.
So you spent the last season playing with my favorite basketball player.
And who was that?
Rondo.
Oh yeah.
He near and dear to all of our hearts for his time. What is it like playing with a guy that there aren't that many pure point guards left in the NBA?
Yeah, he knows his stuff, man. He's a great point guard. He knows the ins and outs of the game. He watches a ton of film.
Yeah.
And he helps you get better. He helped me get better. He helped Drew Holiday get better. He helped everybody on the team. He helped the coaches. He just knows so much about the game from being in the game for a long time and winning championships and being around great players. And it was a pleasure to have him for sure.
Yeah. Do you prefer to play? Because you play the 4 and the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a pretty big 4, but you're so agile and you're such a good shooter. Do you prefer to play 4 over 5?
I do.
Yeah.
I prefer the 4. The 5. It's the wear and tear on your body. I mean, anytime I played the 5, I end up probably having bad shooting nights.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact you're down there wrestling with these big guys like Steven Adams, Joel Embiid, Dwight Howard. You balance these guys, and it's just so big, man. You just, take away from your offensive game. So I prefer the 4.
Well, it seems like the NBA as a whole is kind of headed that direction, or has been headed that direction for a long time. Like positionless basketball, a lot of smaller bigs.
Yeah, everybody want to play small, and that's what the unique thing about us last year before the Marcus got hurt. We made a lot of guys adjust to us.
Yeah.
Playing big, and so it benefited us. And a lot of teams just try to play small and make other teams adjust to them. Playing small ball. It was good for us while it lasted.
Well, you guys, you have a summer to work on it,
Yeah.
and you got some new blood coming in.
Yeah.
I imagine you guys are feeling pretty good about next season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Another year to get better, another opportunity to win a championship. I feel like it's going to be a good season for us, and just taking advantage of the opportunity. Everybody counted us out once again.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's time for us to prove people wrong.
So you were talking, you mentioned earlier, it's tough on the body playing the 5 and bodying up against big dudes. I guess Drummond or, I don't know, Greg Monroe comes to mind. As far as just Steven Adams is a great example too. Are there any players that you see him on the court and you're like, man, I just don't want to go up against that guy tonight? Or do you love it? You just like the challenge?
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the challenge. I'll definitely play against those guys. I don't care who it is. It's a challenge. They probably got about 30 pounds on me, but it's fun. It's fun for me because just how I have to guard them, those guys got to guard me on the other end as well. So that's how I look at it, honestly. And so usually we have another guy who's a banger to play against those guys, so they can probably keep me at the 4 as much as possible. But if push comes to shove and I have to play the 5, then I don't mind at all.
If you weren't playing basketball, what do you think you'd be doing for a living?
Honestly, I don't know. I love the game so much.
Yeah.
So I always said a coach, just because my love for the game is always going to be there.
Yeah. So when you were a kid watching basketball growing up, who were your favorites? Who were your heroes?
Actually, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan.
A lot of similarities between your game and those two guys.
LeBron was actually my favorite player. And so, he was that guy I watched before I came into the league. All through college and of course high school. I think when I was in high school, LeBron was probably 6 years in or 7 years in maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I always follow him. And like I said, Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan was kind of like my idols.
When you're a young guy like just starting out in the NBA and you're getting to play against people like Tim Duncan and KG, kind of at toward the end of their careers, but I mean they're still just absolute superstars and legends. And KG's I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah.
Do you like? Is it hard not to like kind of fanboy out and like ask for selfies and stuff?
Yeah, nah. So I never been that type of guy. My first year was like, man, that's Kevin Garnett. Like I used to watch him all the time, stuff like that. But I had a vet and my coach, Monty Williams, at the time, told me, man, you gotta get over that. Hey, you gotta because you're trying to beat these guys. You can't be in here, mesmerizing over these guys, and they trying to knock your head off. They're trying to beat you, so you can't be no other way. So I got over that real fast.
Yeah, I imagine you don't have a choice, right? Like,
no, you don't.
It's okay to be Team Banana Boat in the summer, but
right,
we're on the court.
Exactly. There's only 15 guys you need to worry about, and that's in the locker room. So he could be cool after the game, shake the hand and all that stuff, but it's when you're in between the lines. It's a war. It's a battle. So I learned that very quickly.
Yeah. What was it like playing on the Olympic team?
Oh, it was amazing, man. Those guys, LeBron, KD, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Darren Williams, Kobe, Carmelo, Andre Iguodala. Man, they embraced me. Coming straight out of college, they called me and said they wanted me to play on the Olympic team. Man, it was huge because for me, not to play summer league and to spend my summer learning from the greats, all them guys probably Hall of Famers, and get to learn from those guys and what they do and how to work and how to, become a professional and all that stuff. They taught me the game, and Kobe, kind of took me under his wing, him and Tyson Chandler, and just showed me some stuff about the game. And so it was fun. It was fun. I learned a lot, and I think that helped me get to where I am today, because I never had to, go and, instead of me playing with other guys who got drafted, and playing against guys who got drafted or trying to get a spot in the NBA, I played against guys who were already professionals on other teams and other countries, and played with guys who'd already been established and won and done stuff in the league for many, many years. So, I can never ask for a better start to my career than that.
Yeah, that's got to be a pretty invaluable way to start your career for sure. Getting to play with Kobe too, like that.
Yeah.
Guys like him, I feel like he must have just such a high basketball IQ. Oh. Like Rondo comes to mind, or CP3, Kobe, guys that just know the game. LeBron as well, got that photographic memory, just know the game, like just.
Yeah, and it's insane because those guys take it very seriously, and like you say, know the game like no other. So, it's pretty cool.
It's like I've been watching basketball for 33 years.
Yeah.
Like religiously, and I feel like what a guy like you or a guy like Kobe has forgotten about. I wouldn't like. It would take me 5 lifetimes to learn. Mm-hmm. That's got to be a lot of pressure to put on somebody. Like, you've been touted as a future Hall of Famer and potentially one of the greatest bigs of all time since the day you stepped foot on the court in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I mean, you're coming in the NBA. You're like 19.
Yep, I'm 19.
It's got to be a lot to have on your shoulders.
It is. I mean, coming in at 19 and also, being a number 1 pick, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And so you like, man, how can I, live up to that? And so, you just gotta play. Don't worry about it. I didn't focus on anything. I was like, man, I'm just gonna play basketball, honestly, and I've been doing it for, X amount of years. It's nothing different. Mm-hmm. And I just try to go out and just do my best and, Had a great supporting cast behind me. You know, I just work hard every day, and you know, results will come, and they came very fast. And I was able to, you know, be successful and have a little bit of success in the league up to this point in my career. All right, where's the yellow map? Are we here, St. Louis?
So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. You're probably gonna win MVP this year. Then.
Oh man, look, I'm calling it too. I'm calling it too for sure. So that's fine. I mean, that just shows how strong the league is and all the players. You know, you never know who's gonna get MVP.
I feel like that's true. I feel like we're at a point in time, at least in my life, where the level of play and the base level of talent is higher than it's ever been.
Oh, for sure. You know, every year you have no idea who's going to win it. And so it makes it fun. It definitely makes it fun. Makes it more challenging for players. I think it's my time now.
Well, I think pretty much everybody who's an NBA fan would agree with you that the next 10 years or so are going to be the Anthony Davis years.
Well,
in the NBA.
I appreciate that.
A couple of guys like Giannis and Joel Embiid might feel differently.
Yeah, right. Which they should. I mean, it's a competitive game, competitive sport, so they should definitely feel different, feel, you know, some type of way about that. But I'm pretty sure they're saying the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
Especially, I know Joel is for sure.
Yeah, he's a competitive dude. Well, Anthony, we're here. We made it all the way from Los Angeles to St. Louis. So thank you for taking the time to play with me.
Oh, no. Thank you. This is fun. I'm going to want to go home and, like, play this now.
I know. It's the
yeah, I didn't know you can drive across this country like that.
It gets real addicting, too.
Yeah, I might go from LA all the way to Miami. I might do it when I get home. And can you pick like any car or
you like unlock cars and you can pick different ones.
So you can unlock them.
There's like hundreds of cars in here.
Yeah, so I might have to just like get some coins and just buy them.
You should just hire an assistant to play for you.
Yeah, like just play all day until you get every car unlocked.
Just by 5 o'clock, I better have a Ferrari.
So this was definitely fun though.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much.
No, for sure. Thank you.
All right. So apparently I missed something. Anthony Davis was here?
Yeah, we brought in the talented brow.
Oh, I see. He's like the knockoff Gus. I was busy, so you had to bring Anthony Davis in for a little while?
Yeah, he was the best substitution for you we could find on short notice. Luckily, he was just hanging around.
He was just hanging around? All
yeah.
Right. Well, apparently Anthony's going to go help pull some samples of Mobil 1 annual protection, motor oil from each road trip vehicle to then send for testing to demonstrate the product is providing outstanding protection to critical engine parts. So while he does that, you and I are going to keep playing the Crew 2.
Sounds good.
All right. Now we're going from, where is this? Apparently y'all were in St. Louis?
Yeah, Anthony and I took it to St. Louis.
The Louvre?
I beat him, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah. I went easy on him, but I still beat him. And now we're going to go to Nolans, as we say.
I haven't been in New Orleans in a long time.
I also haven't been in a long time, maybe.
Maybe?
I'm trying to think of when I was most recently there. I don't think it's been a while, though. We haven't done any work stuff there, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't have a personal life, so if it wasn't work, it wouldn't have happened
You didn't
any other way.
Drive down for the weekend for some beignets?
No. They're pronounced Beignets.
Beignets?
Beignets.
I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
You've been saying it embarrassingly wrong this entire time.
Oh, come on. I barely tapped that car.
I did, though, growing up in Alabama, 2 hours away from New Orleans, spend every free second I had once I turned 16 driving there.
How long a drive is that?
About 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
It seems like it would be further to me, but
Nah.
You did it. You know better than me.
I did. The driving to New Orleans is where I had that lightning strikes incident where I submerged my car.
Forever immortalized in the animated adventure.
The RT animated adventure. I just got notification that I'm in the deep south, I believe, or just the south. I didn't see what it said.
We live in the south.
Yeehaw. Speaking of the south and yeehaw, when do you want to start our real-life Jeff and Gus road trip? From Austin to...
Well, I was going to say, how are you getting back to Austin from L.A.?
Oh, we could drive.
We could drive.
Like that one time Bernie made me drive with you guys back.
God damn it.
Made me cancel my flight.
What?
That was from San Diego. That first Comic-Con when we took y'all drove out there, I flew,
I did
and
not
then
drive back.
Bernie was mad that he had to make the drive both ways and I didn't, so he made me cancel my flight and drive back with you guys.
For the record, I flew both ways.
Did you? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was Jason,
Yeah, Jason drove out there with him.
and then drove back with him too. But it was annoying because I found out when we were palletizing the stuff to ship it back, I found out then that I wasn't going to make my flight when Bernie was like, I don't want you to get on a plane. And I'm like, I'm going to the airport in like an hour. And he's like, no, you're going to ride back with us. And I was like, oh.
Sounds like you got bullied.
I got bullied pretty hard.
You're going to ask.
It was a fun trip, though. That was the trip when we were all sharing a pillow, Bernie, Jason, and I, in the back of this truck. And the pillow developed a stain, and nobody would own up to the stain. And we spent the whole trip just arguing over who made the stain.
If I was in the truck, I would have taken credit. I would have said it was probably. I'm a stain maker. Some people make it rain. I make it stain. I can get so close to you, and then I hit a tree, and then I'm way behind you.
Those are the trees I've been dropping in the way. I'm a regular Johnny drop a tree man.
That wasn't very good.
Yeah. I just don't know if I have the rights to Appleseed.
Oh, a good point. The anime called Appleseed.
Called Appleseed?
Mm-hmm.
What's it about?
I don't remember. I watched it so long ago. I think it's about a mech.
Do you count yourself as an anime fan still?
No, still no. I haven't watched it in a long time.
I was going to ask like what the most recent anime you watched is, or you've left it to the younger kids, the Miles and the Carries.
It's a younger kid's game.
It really is. It's a lot to keep up with, that anime. I flirted with it back in the day when we lived together.
It can be a cruel mistress.
Can you feel the humidity yet? Ugh, it's so sticky down here in the south.
As we were driving along the Mississippi.
I had to roll my windows up. Ugh. I feel like I'm taking a shower.
You know what they say? It's not the heat, it's the humidity. I don't know if you ever heard that.
That is what they say. You know what's funny is we're in the bayou right now. I was just in Louisiana 5 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
I was in Shreveport and Alexandria finding ghosts.
A ghost?
We just use the 1G, but yeah.
That's not efficient. All the G's, I mean. So Mobile One Annual Protection has been formulated to protect engines for 20,000 miles for all vehicle types, guaranteed. That's a lot of miles. That's
20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
Speaking of not efficient G's, Jeff with a G is not efficient at all.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Not everybody can have a name that was popularized in the 1800s.
Yeah,
Like
thank you.
Gus.
It's actually, my name's Gustavo, but
When you name a child Gus,
my name's Gustavo.
right, Gus, and they hand you the birth certificate, does it also come with like a lifetime coupon to Golden Corral?
Oh, man, that'd be sweet. We get free GC?
A name befitting of a buffet.
If you're in Texas, you get Lubies.
No, thank you.
What? You got something wrong with Lubies?
I don't like Luby's or Kettle or Golden Corral or any of those places.
You're too stuck up for that? You too good for that?
Yes, that's what it is. I'm too good for Luby's. As are you.
Man, Luby's was like the fancy place to go in Eagle Pass. Actually, I take it back. It was a Wyatt's, and then it was a Luby's.
When I was a kid...
How did you get ahead of me? I was so far ahead of you.
No, you weren't. When I was a kid, we didn't have... Luby's was... I didn't even know what that was. In Alabama, we had Quincy's. Did you ever have a Quincy's?
No.
Yeah. It was the same kind of thing. It was more akin to a Sizzler, but it was still counter food. You still had to go through with the tray, but you felt like you were the royalty.
Do you remember Holiday House in Austin?
No, Holiday House was before my time, I think. I've heard it referenced and I've heard of it, but
Same kind of thing.
Did you ever eat there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was over in Terrytown, like at Exposition
Yep.
and what is that? Windsor or something?
When did you eat there? When you were...
I guess when I was younger. I mean, because, yeah, you're right. That place...
Because it was closed when I moved to Austin, I'm pretty sure.
I think it closed right around then, like 98, 99?
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I'd never heard of it until after the fact. But people talk about it like crazy.
It was the same kind of thing, like counter food, where you go through and someone puts a bunch of slop smashed potatoes on a plate for you.
Speaking of restaurants closing down, I sent you an article the other day that one of your old-timey Austin favorites, the Frisco,
going away.
Is going away. It was the last Nighthawk diner in Austin.
It's a shame.
I won, by the way.
Oh, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Yeah, I mean that place is filled with old people. I imagine.
You had the most prescient, or not prescient, but you had the most salient. You made the most salient point to me when I sent you that article that just hadn't crossed my mind. I was thinking like the place was closing down because maybe the owner was retiring, or maybe the just rent had gone up because property value is so high in Austin. And you said, I bet all their clients died.
Yeah, that's most likely.
And I realized, oh, that's probably what it is. They're just like, yeah, congratulations, we made it all the way to the Big Easy.
We're gonna go to like
Bayou. Now we're gonna go.
We're gonna get some etouffee.
Let's get some etouffee and some beignets, and let's wrestle a gator.
Click the link in the description below, or visit your local Walmart to purchase Mobile One annual protection. Are we gonna? Is it Mardi Gras time?
Oh yeah, we definitely let's.
We're gonna Gras Mardi.
Throw me a moon pie, Mister.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Let's stop.